Depend on them niggas, we'll be done, bro. We'll be done depending on them niggas. Alright, we ready.
I'm not gonna read that. That's like that cool.
I just cause your phone be tripping sometimes.
Alright, come on.
The least amount of wind.
Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Your smalls want to get on Brother Suit Abanawa.
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahusha, Bashim, Kakadash.
And the brothers be to the elder apostles, great also, and the men that came after them and taught them the truth. And that paved the way for us in these last days to bring out this word, man.
Came before.
Alright? Yeah, it's like that came before. It's like that came before. And taught them the truth. And now we're not here today. Preaching the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahusha. It's like
This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubborn.
So the day coming when the earth's gonna burn as an oven. And what's that? That's World War III. Right? That's coming this time we live in right now, man.
And the day that cometh shall burn the cup, said Yahweh of armies,
Yup.
that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
This land is neither root nor branch. So this time we're living in a time of mass destruction that's coming upon the world. Right? Because the Most High is getting ready to judge the planet. The Most High is getting ready to judge the world, man. Go ahead.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Yep.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as cows of the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your foot.
So we start treading down the wicked, but they should be ashes under the soles of our foot. Meaning what? We're going to get power. We're going to get spiritual power. We're going to tread down the wicked under our foot. Esau, Edom, they're the wicked. The so-called white, they're the wicked according to the scriptures. Go ahead.
For they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, said Yahweh of armies.
Yep.
Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments.
Yep.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet.
Behold, I will send Elijah the prophet. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
That's it. So it's prophecy that Elijah the prophet will come before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Who said that was Abba Bibbins, man?
Right.
There's been the whole thing about Abba Bibbins coming down. And Abba Bibbins was been teaching the word since what? 1915, 1915, man. Since World War II, he's been teaching the word, man.
1910.
1920
years old.
And so he's been teaching the word for a minute, all right? And that was Elijah the prophet coming back to bring us back, to pave the way for us to get back to us being Israelites. First knowing who we are, man. Go ahead.
Hey, Salaki, like the brother saying, Elder Abba Bibbins was bringing the word out, okay? Back when you couldn't even walk on the same side of the sidewalk when he saw.
Exactly.
Hell, he was before sidewalks was. Okay, so he was teaching the truth, right? He was pushing it out, bringing us back to bringing the sons back into the fathers, right? He had to be at least 20 years old around 1910. So during that time, he was, bringing us back. He was the beginning of Esau's destruction, man. Because he was by himself. He was out on the highways and byways teaching his truth. When our men was being lynched, murdered, okay? Jim Crow, before Jim Crow, all right, segregated, all right, coming off the cotton fields, okay? So he predates that, man. He predates Emmett Till being put to death. He predates all of them, man.
Yeah. Malcolm X,
Okay.
Islam, Elijah Muhammad. He predates all those individuals. All right, but so that was, like I said again, Elijah the prophet, John the Baptist, man, coming back in the reincarnation, fulfilling his role, bringing us back to who we are, man. And that's the beginning of Esau, your downfall. Because once that man came on the scene, once Elijah came back on the scene, it was over for you, bro. Because now he paved the way that you got what? The One West. You got Elder Yaquah, right? Elder Ariyah, King Masha, the apostles, and on down to us. So this truth has been going on for a long time. And it all started with John the Baptist, with Abba Bibbins, who came back 1914, man, doing the work, right? And that was an idiot society, bro. And all praise to Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, Gwadi Yahweh Shai. Hey, he sent Elijah the prophet back to send us, to get us right, to get us back to where we need to be, to serve Yahweh Shai. Us knowing the names of the Lord and His Son. Us understanding that us know that we have an identity, that we're not just black, that we're not Negroes, man. That we are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. That we are the chosen seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
Right.
All praise to Yahweh.
Call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahusha, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash.
And that's it, man. All praise be unto the Heavenly Father and His Son. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Yep.
And he shall turn the mind of the fathers to the children.
Yes, he shall turn the mind to the fathers to the children, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And the minds of the children to their fathers.
That's it, the mind to the children to their fathers. Go ahead.
Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
Unless he comes smite the earth with a curse. And that's the son of the elect. Son of what? Of the elect. And the elect was being sealed. The elect has been being sealed since Abba, man. Since Abba. All the way from now, the elect is being sealed. Even now, the elect is still being sealed. Revelation 7, man. The 144,000. The elect, the prophets of the Most High, right? The ones that have been with Yahweh from the beginning. We are walking in our stead, man. You know?
Revelation 7:1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 wings of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
And that wind represents destruction. So the destruction ain't gonna happen. Go ahead.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice before the angel, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the tree, till we have sealed the servants of our power and their forehead.
And that's what the names of the Lord, the names of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
That's our sealing of knowing who the elect. Go ahead.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
So there's 144,000 men that are sealed with the names of Yahweh Shai and have the 100% understanding of the gospel or the word. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000.
That's it. So now all the tribes of choosing Israel, we had a tribe chart right here, man. And that all started with what? Our business.
Right.
Sealing the elect. Sealing the men. Sealing the men of Yahweh Shai, man. That's beautiful. Go ahead.
Hey, Slack. Hey, get Luke 2 and 30. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000.
Yep.
Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000.
Yep.
Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. After this I behold, lo, a great multitude was opened with number of all nations, and kings, and people, and tongues stood before the throne, and before the Lamb clothed with white robes and psalms in their hands.
Paul said it represents what? Represents victory. So we're going to get victory.
That's a gift.
We're going to get gifts. We're going to get victory. Once America goes down, we're going to get victory over this place. And the great multitude was what? Our being scattered abroad. Some people are scattered all out through the country of the world. And that's the Deuteronomy 28 chapter that the Most High scattered us all out the parts of the world. For a curse and for a sign that we should know who we are in the last days. So now we can have some type of understanding of who we are. Because it's not just like the slave trade. We were cast out all out the earth, man.
And cried with our voice, saying, salvation to our power which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. And all the angels stood round about the throne, and about the elders, and the 4 beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces, and worshiped the Most High, saying, Amen, blessing, and glory, and wisdom, and thanksgiving, and honor, and power, and mighty be unto our power, forever and ever. Amen.
That hasn't happened yet. But that's going to happen in this time right now. See, we're at the end. We're at the end of this society. We're at the end of this world. This world is coming to an end, man. All right? And Yahweh Shai is coming to judge this place. He's going to deliver his elect. All right? Because the prophets of the Most High are on the scene. Or we are on the scene, and we are prophesying the downfall of this place, man. Starting out with our business, which was Elijah the prophet. Go ahead.
And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation.
These are they that came out of great tribulation. Because what the time we live in, we're about to come into great tribulation. See, it's about to be lawlessness out here in America, according to Daniel the 12th chapter. Right? It's going to be Jacob's trouble, a bad time that's coming upon the earth. Go ahead.
And I washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb.
This is right. Yahweh Shai signified us through his blood. He atoned for our sins. He exchanged his blood for us, so we can be saved, so we can be found pure in the sight of the Heavenly Father, so we can be justified before the throne of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
Therefore are they before the throne of the Most High, and serve him day and night in the temple. And he said, and he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them. Neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of water. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
It's all pain from our eyes. All the suffering that we got to go through here in America, that's going to be done away with. Because we're going to get the kingdom of heaven. New Jerusalem that come up down out of heaven. New Jerusalem, right? The elect. This is what this thing is about. This is about the sealing of the elect. So once the 144,000 is sealed, we're going home, man. See, the Lord is coming to bring us back. We're going to remember ourselves and land of our captivity. Go ahead, read it. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just want to slide. I just got to get this because this is a point that came up earlier, and I was trying to catch it. Slide. Give me 1 second. Matthew 19 and 27. It's Matthew 19 and 27. Matthew 19 and 26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible. No, let me jump up. This is Matthew 19 and 23. Then Yahushua said unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, because rich hardly enter the kingdom of heaven. When you get rich on the side, you're too busy about the things of the world. You're not worried about the things of the Heavenly Father. You're too busy about the things of this earth.
And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Yeah.
When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed. They were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved?
Yeah.
But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible.
With the Most High, all things are possible. Hey, we're living proof that all things are possible.
That's right.
Here it is, right? One man, Abba Bibis, got the Holy Spirit, when crocodiles jumped on him, going to the scriptures, breaking them down, breathed the breath of life upon Ezekiel 37 chapter, a nation that was without. And now we are now found, man. We were nothing here. The truth was that it was almost impossible. We were in a terrible state, man.
No, the business to come out was impossible.
Yeah, that was
impossible.
Because the truth was hid, man.
At that time.
You know
early 1900s.
You know what I'm saying? The truth was so not known, man.
Hey, Satan still had his foot on our neck.
Yeah, it still was whooping our ass, man.
Yeah, heavy. And on a heavy physical level.
And here it is, this man comes out, our Bibis comes out with this truth and this knowledge of who we are and brings us back to our understanding. Gives us back life.
The murder rate that Jake was going through at that time, the so-called white man could murder Negro with no consequences.
Yeah.
In the early 1900s, Elder Abba Bivens came out and started teaching. Hey, we were still being put to death with no questions asked. Like you get caught up on the back road somewhere, you get put to death, nobody gave a fuck.
The Spirit of Most High was dealing with that,
right?
Hey man, Yahweh was dealing with that man.
Right.
Was dealing with it, man.
Right.
All right, that's the name of the Most High, right?
Hey, he kept that man till 1972. So after he met our eldest elders.
Yeah,
okay? So he kept that man all the way through teaching from the worst time that you could ever get out and teach, right? When you couldn't even speak. You couldn't say nothing wrong. You couldn't walk on the same dirt as Esau walked on at that time. You couldn't even look. In 1955, Emmett Till's so-called whistle at a so-called white woman and got slaughtered. That little Jeffries, what's his name? Little Jeffries was riding his bike with his sister up and down the fucking street, and the little Edomite girl came and said, "Y'all want to ride with me?" He said, "Well, we can't." He went in the house, left some Edomite came, kidnapped that little girl, raped her, put her to death. And they said that boy, that little bitty boy, little 10, 11-year-old boy, Jeff, I forget his last name, little Jake, said he took her and raped her, beat her, murdered her, raped her, and threw her in the trash can. Now that kind of shit was happening to our people during that, but Elder Abba Bibbles was before that. And he was out there pushing this word, pushing this truth, standing up boldly in the face of the devil, man.
And this another thing too, man. So for you niggas that don't want to come on and teach the word, hey man, fuck you, bro.
That's right.
And that's 100%, man. For niggas that don't want to stand up for you being the Israelite and preach this word and the highways and byways of the place of the devil, hey man, fuck you, man.
That's right.
Man, the Most High puts you to death. You ain't a man of the Lord, man. So you ain't really about you really ain't about this thing.
That's right.
You're not really about this thing, man. See, you're not really about this thing. See, we about this thing up here, man.
Hey, it's easy now.
Yeah, it's easy.
Hey, this is because Esau got too many laws he can't do anymore.
do that.
Even when he do, he got consequences now.
So you niggas ain't got no excuse.
There was
bro.
no consequences then in Elder Abba Bivens' time, man. Hey, brothers didn't have. Hey, there was pure consequences, man. That was a pure. Your life was constantly in danger at that time. Okay. Right now, you can scapegoat through this shit. You know what I mean? Esau and I hitting you on a heavy note now. So there's no excuse for you not to be out here and preaching and teaching this kingdom down, man.
Exactly. Hey man, hey, I'm a baby seed, man. Elijah came back, he did it.
That's right.
He did it.
He was the first.
He did it, man. He was a martyr for the truth, man. So
Right.
so much for us. That's an example on how we should be, man.
That's right.
You know?
This is Luke 7:28.
All right, this is back here. This is get to the point. This is Matthew 19 and 26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with Yahweh all things are possible.
Yep.
Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed
That's
thee.
it. Hey, we have forsaken all, followed the Lord, man. We followed the spirit of Yahushua through the elders and apostles. All right, go ahead.
What shall we have therefore?
Yep.
And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
And this is in the later future. So this is in this time right now, and we'll get that word regeneration. Go ahead,
The word regeneration means new birth,
New birth, go ahead.
reproduction, renewal, recreation,
Recreation.
regeneration.
So we're gonna be recreated in this time right now. The regeneration to be recreated. Go ahead.
Hence, renovation, regeneration, the production of a new life.
Of a new life. So now we're gonna be living a new life in this time right now. A new life. We're in a new age. Go ahead.
A new life consecrated to the Most High, a radical change of mind for the better.
A radical change of mind for the better. And this what it says. This radical change of mind for the better. All started with Abba Bivens. He was the beginning of that new generation that was supposed to follow after what Yahushua. And then all through that, you got the elder apostles, elders, man. And now the elders and apostles are our elders. See, and the men under them. And now you got this regeneration of prophets coming through, man. Go ahead.
As a renewal or restoration of life after death.
Yep. Hey, after death. Because why? We should John 14:14 says, shall a man live again? Go ahead.
The renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire.
That's it. So now, read it again, man.
The renewal of the world
The renewal of the world. So we're living in a regeneration, the renewal of the world. Go ahead.
to take place after its destruction by fire.
So after this place is destroyed by fire, we're gonna be here. We're
right.
gonna be in that time when this world's gonna be destroyed by fire.
That's right.
And that's prophecy, man. Go ahead.
The signal and glorious change of all things in heaven and earth
Yup.
for the better, that restoration of the primal and perfect conditions of things which existed before the fall of our first parents, which the Jews looked for in connection with the advent of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yo, that's it, man. And that's beautiful. So we're gonna read that part about the fire, man.
The renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire. The renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire.
Yeah, renewal of the world.
The renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire.
That's it. So the renewal of the world. So we're gonna live in that time. The regeneration. The time when this place is destroyed by fire, we're gonna be here. And we're gonna be following after Yahushua through the Spirit, man. Through the Spirit.
Matthew 24:34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be
So
fulfilled.
this generation ain't gonna pass till all these be fulfilled. So all the prophecies that have been spoken from Yahushua, all about Elijah, all these things, they all coming to pass right now in this time. We are at the end of the world. We are at the end of this world system. We are a sign of the end of the world, man. We are at the end of this place, and this place is going to be destroyed. Soon to be. We are living in a regeneration and following after Yahushua in a new light, in a new rebirth. We are following Yahushua, man, in the time of this right now, the destruction of America.
This is Mark chapter 3, verse 14. And he ordained 12 that they should be with him, and that he might send them forth to preach.
That's it, he might send them forth to preach. So we were sent forth, we are sent forth to preach the word, the gospel, or the truth, of the knowledge of the Lord. That's our job. That's the only reason why we are planted upon the earth, is to preach the gospel of the Most High. That's it.
right.
Our life don't matter, bro. Our life don't matter. Your job don't matter. Your woman don't matter. None of this shit on this earth matters.
That's right.
Only thing that matters is this word, man. Only thing this is our life, man. See, nothing else matters in this fucking place. Go ahead.
And the word ordained means to make, with the names of things made, to produce, construct, form, or fashion.
That's it.
To be authors of the cause, to make ready, to prepare, to produce, bear, shoot forth.
That's it. So we were produced. Who was to produce this word, man? We were commanded. We're supposed to produce this, man. That's what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
Cause 1, 2, to be authors of a thing, to cause, bring about, to do, to act rightly, to do well, to carry out, to execute.
To carry out and to execute. We would through the Spirit, we were supposed to carry this thing out and execute it in the latter times. And the Lord told the disciples that back in his time. But we were put out for us. Are we not the same men coming back through the Spirit that was giving those orders from Yahushua to teach the word, to go out and preach it, to make it known abroad, let the truth be known? Go ahead. That was it.
Revelations 12:11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
Yeah, we overcame this man Esau Edom by the blood of Yahushua and by the word of our testimony, in which is this knowledge. Go ahead. And that's why we're going to teach the word. Go ahead.
And they loved not their lives unto the death.
And they loved not their lives unto the death, man. That means they didn't value their lives, because they understood that their life isn't that important. Our whole life, we're dedicated to this word. We're dedicated to serving the Most High. That's what we're here to do. See, that's why we've been called to this thing. Our purpose is just to preach the downfall of America. And whenever the Most High feel like we're done, He's gonna take us out. He's gonna take us out. Whenever we feel like most of you done, and He'll take your ass out. He'll take you out. And that's all we're here to do, man.
This is John chapter 12, verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it.
He that loveth his life shall lose it. We're speaking about, if you loving your life on this side, you're gonna lose it, man. Which is life eternal in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
That's it. He that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. So we despise this life, man. We despise this life. This life ain't. This life is not it, man. This life ain't it.
If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also my servant be.
That's just the way Yahushua is. We're a servant. We're going to be with him. And we follow him, man. Go ahead.
If any man serve me, him and my Father honor.
That's just so any man that serves Yahushua, the Heavenly Father's going to honor us, man. So we're serving Yahweh. If we're doing this work, we're serving Yahushua. We're serving the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead. That's it. But no, one thing about Sarnetta though, he a shout out, Great Millstone, right?
Yeah.
So Sarnetta, he believes he's an Israelite. He just on the way was on the back and forth. He was back. Look at that in James. Grab that in James. First chapter.
Cross scripture.
He posted one minute he's black conscious, one minute he's black conscious, next minute he's Israelite.
You can't be one and the other.
You gotta be one way.
You know what I mean? You can't. That's why the brother about to
And
the scripture.
This is James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
So he's double-minded, he's unstable in all his ways. So for you we're with this. Kemet ain't, because in Kemet they have so many other gods, so many other Egyptian gods that at the end of the day, who got you praise? You gotta ask yourself that question.
There is no, there's only one.
If there's one video that says only one power, how can I pray to 100 different gods? We pray to make the Isaac the middle. Every prophet out. In the son of Hamashah.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
No man can serve two masters.
For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
So you gotta find one way to be. We don't know which way to go. So you can't follow a man like that. You gotta follow him. So what do you want to subscribe to?
No, I'm looking at his channel, but I like Impedition.
Okay, let's
Grandmaster Impedition.
Okay.
He speaks on he speaks on but you can't see.
You understand that? You're not. That's the other people off. See, because the most
This is Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered. So when you read that scripture, you can't be competitive to be an Israelite, and you can't come out this. No other book can tell you what this book will give you. Because when you go back to everything references back to the Bible. Because if it didn't reference back to the Bible, you wouldn't know about being a Hebrew Israelite. So everything, all that competitive, everything goes back to one person. It goes back to one spirit, and that's the Heavenly Father. That's no. The Lord is for all these things. There's no time. There's no time. There's no time back to nothing but this. Everything trying to run back to the Holy Scriptures. See, that's what slavery did for our people, right? Well, but if you know what slavery did, you will be running from that competition because a lot of their books is written by the so-called white men. A lot of their y'all believe it goes back to the books that y'all read out of. A lot of the books y'all come out of is the so-called white man that wrote them for y'all. Now y'all say this was written by the so-called white man, but this wasn't it. This was written by what y'all don't understand and know is that in Europe they were not the Moors, but in Europe they were the Brits. They were so-called black men. And King James, all the kings, they were black men. They were so-called black men. Right. So that's why the reason why he wrote the scriptures is because he knew his people was going into slavery. And he wanted them to get the scriptures and eat because he knew the people that was going into slavery were the so-called white men. So he read it in a way we can understand in the language we were going into. That's why it's in this language. Right? But this is your foundation. This is where you are and you come from. If you're in anything else, it's a problem. There's something wrong. All right, no. Yeah, all right.
Oh. This is Sirach, chapter 1, verse 5. No, verse 1. All wisdom cometh from the Lord and is with him forever.
That's it. Always comes from the Most High. And with him forever. So that wisdom that we receive comes from the Most High. It comes from Yahweh Shemashah. This is exactly inspired from the Lord. Not kidding. Hey, you know, see, that's how you know that we're possibly the elect. Because see, this ain't for everybody. You know, it's not a thing for everybody.
Romans 11:7. It's Romans 11:7. What then Israel have not obtained? that which he's seeking for.
Yeah, so Israel not attain what he's seeking for, man. That guy ain't attain what he's seeking for. He know he ain't attain this. He can't. There's no answers in Kimmy. There's no answer about the end of the world. There's no. What about the mark of the beast? What's the end for the so-called black man in America?
Why you in such a bad position?
Why are we still here?
How do you rise up?
Kimmy's the truth.
Right. Why are you not higher than what you are now?
Exactly.
Why you walking around collecting so-called white man's trash?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So what's
How's that high conscious? Because you're at a low state.
Exactly.
You're suffering under this so-called white man. You're picking up his trash.
There's no answer. Well, see, there's answer in this Bible. All the answer that you ever wanted to ask yourself is all recorded in the scriptures, man.
But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blind.
The election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the elect, have we ever attained this truth hopefully through the Spirit of Yahweh, the rest of our people were blinded. That's right.
And why he doing that? Let me bring up the scripture.
This is Revelation 22, verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust.
Yep.
Still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
Yes, he that is unjust, let him be unjust. He that is filthy, let him be unfilthy. So we're not gonna convert niggas to the knowledge of the Lord. Hey, the Lord gotta bring you into this thing. See how by y'all has to bring you into this truth. Alright? So what we're here to do is preach the word. You know, and he confused that brother, hey, we dealt with it. We summed it up for him real quick. He had to go. But the whole other point that we're not here to bring nobody into this thing. See, the Lord gotta bring you into it. We're just a listening message from put that seed in. But one day he might look back and might look it up. And his mind might change about when he's learned about Kimmy, man.
If you got time.
If he got time.
And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Yeah, he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
That's it. So if a man's filthy, let him be filthy, man. Hey, you tell him he's wrong. If you don't want to believe what we're saying, hey, bro, go ahead about your business, man. Because we live in a time when we don't have time to be serious babying niggas and trying to, hey, bro, we at the end of this thing. We're in 2022. If Jake don't know he's Israelite yet and don't get it, hey, man, we're moving on. Because the scripture said if you let will be a quick understanding in the field of the Lord. All right?
I got a quick piece. This is Romans. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? That was one of the other points I want to bring up earlier about the business. This is the profit. You know what I mean? What is the profit? When I brought out our people, saying the same thing. What was the profit of following Yahweh Shemel Shah? What was he going to do with it? What the profit is the kingdom. It's the rewards. You were talking about rewards earlier, the palms, right? That's why I wanted to get that, going to about the rewards. But, that's all right, viewpoint. Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of Yahweh Shemel Shah. And if you up here teaching and preaching this gospel, the oracles of Yahweh Shemel Shah was committed unto you. Okay? For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh by Shemel Shah without effect?
So what if some did not believe, man? So what if some people never believe in this thing? Everybody's not going to believe what we're saying. So does that unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Yahweh forbid.
The Most High forbid. The Most High said, hell no. It's because you don't believe it. That don't mean shit. So they say, I ain't come for you niggas. I came for the elect.
Let Yahweh by Shemel Shah be true, but every man a liar.
That's what the Most High be true through his word. The Most High is true through his word. And the words that we speak, we're not true. We speak the words of the Lord. But let man be a liar. So niggas like Saul, let him be a liar, bro. Because he speaks out of his own mouth. Right. He doesn't speak out of the word of the Lord. Right.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Yeah.
This is Hebrews 10:7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy.
That's Yahweh Shah come in the volume of the book. It is written to him. Go ahead.
To do thy will, O power.
To thy will over Yahweh, man. And we're here to sit and do the will of the Most High. We're sent to do the will of our power. This is why we're sitting here on the earth.
That's right. And you see how it says it comes in volume of a book. He didn't open up the book.
Yeah.
He was talking about some other people, and he was going back and forth. The scripture says to find the Lord, he's in the book.
Yeah,
so he ain't going, since he don't want to look at it, he has to open this up and really be diligently and read, or he ain't gonna find the Lord.
He's following man. Man will fail you every time, man. You know, he was following man's teachings. You know, oh, well, you ever heard of Muhammad Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, who the fuck
Like, who the fuck is Abu Dhabi? I don't know
We
who that is.
don't know who that nigga is, man. See, Jake be on some other shit, bro. At this point, Jake is so far gone, they veer off into some complete other wickedness that we ain't even heard of.
They get their idolatry.
And we know,
Worshiping man.
and we look at a lot of some different things, but some shit, man, Jake done went off into damn Planet Luke, man. You know, Jake is all in a whole new different fucking way of thinking, man.
But the whole thing is, it always kill me when brothers come up in the lowest estate and they start talking that high conscious bullshit. Like, bro, you are in the lowest state coming up to us telling us that you're in high consciousness. Why is that high consciousness not risen you up on this earth? Why are you not living as a king like these other high conscious niggas is? You know, because there's the high conscious ones that's living in a higher estate.
Yeah, and you know, Jake talking about praising the earth.
Right.
Well, I was going to get that Romans 1 and 26. They praise the creature more than the creator. So you're going off.
Hey, but it's the Lord that put that.
You know, talking about universe.
Yeah. But even though when that say too, knows what? That the Lord had put them onto a reprobate mind. You know?
Spirit of blindness, in the blue letter says, to cover with a thick skin, to harden by covering with a callus.
The callous.
And that's all you need. And you have a callus on you, man. You can't see. You're spiritually blind. The Most High spiritually blind you, man. When you can't hear the words of the Most High nor understand it. And then when the prophets come out and teach you can't hear it because you're too far gone.
Metaphor, to make the heart dull, to grow hard, calluses, become dull, lose the power of understanding.
That's it, to become dull and lose the power of understanding. Our people have lost the power of understanding.
This is Baruch, chapter 3, verse 27. Those did not Yahweh choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them. But they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness.
That's it, that's what I'm saying, man. They were destroyed because they had no wisdom. And they perished in their foolishness. Hey, Jake is gone, man. Our people are gone. You know? Yeah, also, look at Isaiah.
Romans 1 and 26. But this book. This is Romans 7 and 11. For see. This is Romans 11 and 7. What then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blind.
And the rest were blind, which means what? Err from understanding. Go ahead.
According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber.
The Most High gave them the spirit of slumber. So your ass is sleeping, man.
Sleep.
You're a drowsy walking nigga.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Eyes that they should not see,
Eyes that they cannot see. Go ahead.
and ears that they should not hear.
And ears that they should not hear. Go ahead.
Until this day.
Until this very day. Go ahead.
And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them.
That's so when you go home and you go on the computer, going to Islam, Kemet, you try to read the Bible, it's going to be a stumbling block into your ass. You're not going to be understand. It'll stop.
Hey, the deeper you get in it, the deeper you fall into it. The deeper your mind goes, or the dumber you are. The more dumb down you are, because it don't make no fucking sense, right?
The more drowsy your ass get, man.
Right.
So the more you keep on indulging in these things and this chemical shit, you're gonna get worse and worse. Worse and worse. So far to the point where you don't even know about the scriptures, man.
How you gonna call yourself, like I say, how you gonna call yourself the kings and queens, but what are you the kings and queens of? You don't rule shit here.
Exactly.
You ain't got no, your face ain't on a dollar bill. It ain't your face, your people's face on money, it's their people's face on money. So what the fuck do you rule here? You don't rule a fucking thing.
And then there's other two certain questions that can't be answered.
Right.
There's questions that just cannot be
When the
answered.
world gonna end?
When is the world gonna end?
What is it gonna be like when it ends?
When are the so-called black people gonna get raised back up?
They don't tell you shit, but,
They don't- yeah,
but
yeah.
oh, you're a king, be a king, be a queen. Shut the fuck up.
and
Teach me something.
Yeah, they not teaching that, man. He didn't come with all these different gospels. Yeah, I pray them all.
Right.
What the
Oh,
fuck
God.
is that? How do you pray to 100 gods, man? Does not every god require a different sacrifice?
Right.
They give it.
Right.
It's not every different god. We can look it up.
Yeah, they can't even practice that shit.
No, we can look it
Not
up.
here in America. You still you can't.
Yeah, you got some Kivit guys that wants a period blood, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what the hell you niggas talking about, man? If someone said it came in,
You gotta sacrifice your children.
Yeah, you got
babies. You gotta sacrifice your parents at times. There's certain things you gotta do.
Yeah, that Kivit shit is off, bro. And then you try to say something else. I don't know what the hell you was talking about. Some other nigga. I never heard of that guy, bro. Yeah, like what the hell's going on, man? Chickens is gone.
First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days when they're out of Israel, wicked men,
Yeah, no people on Israel wicked men, go ahead.
who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
That's it, let's go make covenant. This is what he did. They all make covenant. Man, they all make covenant with Esau, man. They all did it because they all that shit comes out. The one that broke down the Egypt tetragram was a fucking Edom.
All that shit went back to Babylon.
Yeah, all that shit went back. The whole Egypt tetragram was coming down by Edom. All right. We got the last one from Josh was broke down by West. Now they're already out, man.
They don't learn about us. But since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
That's it. So that's because niggas was born because we departed from what? From them. We have much more sorrow than him being good back in the time of the Greeks. Niggas was enjoying that Antiochus Epiphanes and his holidays and shit. Niggas was enjoying that, man. You gotta sacrifice. Yeah, you gotta practice, man.
Right, hey, I got quick. This is Isaiah 30. Just right quick, just for edification. This is Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book,
Scripture of the Bible.
that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. Okay? That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Yes, some people aren't gonna hear the law of the Lord. They're not willing to hear who they are. They're not willing to hear. Niggas got itchy ears, man. You know, Jake don't want to hear the knowledge, what we're saying. Jake don't want to hear the truth. Jake want to rather live a lie.
Which say to the seers, see not.
Who are the seers? The prophets. But there's another surname for the word seers or what the prophets.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Yep.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Yep.
Prophesy deceit.
Prophesy to see. They want to prophesy to see. They want to tell them that everything will be all right here in America. That you can praise King, that you can do everything according to the flesh. See, after the flesh. That's why the Most High says that the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High.
That's right. That's right. Get up, get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
That's what you niggas wanted. That's what they said. You know, we do want to go worship Egypt and all the other different philosophies, all these other different Egyptian gods that have their no water.
Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression
Yeah, you niggas trust in oppression. You despise it. You trust in oppression. Go ahead.
and perverseness, and say therein Hey, because when you go back to that shit, a lot of them have sex with each other, man.
Yeah.
They do a lot of wicked shit, man.
Yeah, they talk about pride.
They do a lot of filthy shit.
Yeah, they talk about pride.
Yeah. In that Kimmy shit, man.
Yeah, and I never really got too deep on studying that Kimmy shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, it's fucking off, man.
Like women can have 2 husbands and shit.
Yeah, they do that.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the best is God.
Yeah, she's God.
Yeah,
She's Mother Earth and all that bullshit.
That shit is off, bro.
Right, yeah. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a branch ready to fall, dwelling out in a high wall, whoso breaketh coming suddenly at an instant. It's gonna fucking kill your ass, man. It's gonna smush and smother your ass. You know?
Yeah, because there's no foundation in Kimmy. There's nothing upholding Kimmy, because even like Sarnetta, the biggest Kimmy nigga on the planet, is talking about the Israelites.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the Israelites. No one's talking about Kimmy. Who the fuck is talking about Kimmy? And how is Kimmy tied in with the Bible?
Right.
The Most High speaks when you have one power. Kimmy, listen to everything.
He need everything.
How is that? What the fuck are you talking about,
The
man?
fucking ground that man make is the fucking semen to be a god. Man, fucking man laid this semen. Oh, no. It's like the cobblestone. That was made.
We ain't got time to do two people, niggas.
This is Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
That's just the most I knew, bro. They're not going to, they are stiff-necked people. Man.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, in a remnant. See, a remnant's going to remember ourselves. It's a remnant. We're going to remember ourselves, a remnant. A small number of us are going to remember who we are. And they're going to be the whole nation. The whole nation is wrong. They're not in their right mind, like I said. No?
Isaiah chapter 20, and it came to pass in that day the remnant of Israel and such as were escaped of the house of Jacob.
That's a remnant of Israel.
Shall no more again stand upon him that smote.
So, we're not going to stand for Esau that smote us. Oh, remnants. Well, we have it's a very small number.
What shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, truth?
Yes, we shall stay upon the Lord, Holy One of Israel, truth. Now, we're relying on Yahweh Shemashah to word. His word is life.
The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power.
The remnant shall return.
The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob unto the mighty power.
This is the remnant of Jacob shall return, man. The 144,000. The elect in the 1/3. They're the ones going to return in the last days. That's the whole nation, man. But you see how this thing started with one man. Our business. And it multiplied into now millions of people that know the Israelites. That's right. That's a hell of a fire work, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It started with one man. Dude, we doing the same thing. We doing the same thing he was doing, man. The same thing. Teaching the word. He was the word like he was a king, and then it was bad to teach the word. You know? 19 points to teach the word of the Lord. And you got that. Almost imminent death. So, man, the hell, so you dudes that don't want peace with, man, the hell with you, man. The hell with you. You're going to be destroyed. The Most High dealing with you guys.
Luke 7:28. For I say unto you, among those that are born of women, there is not a greater prophet than John the Baptist.
Yeah, which is John the Baptist. Go ahead.
But
those is born of
Yeah, born of one.
But he that is least in the kingdom of the Most High is greater than he.
That's it. Amen. So John the Baptist was the greatest prophet to come. And it makes sense when you go and our business and how you brought the scriptures, man. You know, it was beautiful, man. All that was by the inspiration of the Heavenly Father. That all was inspired. Right. He got inspired by the Most High. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, king of Judah. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
The Most High nourished and brought up children, they have rebelled, and that's when we're in captivity. See, we can get the answer on why we're in slavery. We're in slavery because we didn't go against the laws of the Most. We went against the laws of the Most High. That's why we're in captivity. That's why we are under the nation of Edom. That's why we are what you call a low. That's why we are what a low branch.
Okay. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So an ox knoweth his owner, and his ass the master's crib. Go ahead.
But Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
So our people don't consider. We see Jake walk up and down the street with headphones in. They might wave, drive past their cars. You might get one that might stop, say some dumb shit about Kemet or whatever the fuck they believe in.
But I know about Israelites.
Yeah, but what does that mean? What does that matter?
Are you feeding your sheep?
Yeah, are you doing the work? Or are you a believer in your house, Shai?
That's some people who like, Lord, have I not prophesied your name?
Yeah, he got dreads. So come on, man. Go ahead.
A sinful nation.
A sinful nation.
A people laden with iniquity.
A people laden with iniquity. You know, you get some damn mashed potatoes with gravy, you put that shit slather all that. That's how much wicked our people are. That's how wicked niggas are, man. Go ahead.
A people laden with iniquity.
Yep.
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers.
Children that are corrupters.
Children that are corrupters.
They have forsaken the Lord.
They have forsaken the Most High.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel. Hey, we pissed the Most High off. We pissed the Heavenly Father off, bro. We made him mad. Go ahead.
They are going away backward.
So here it is. You were going forward. You niggas started walking backwards. Go ahead.
Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Why should you be stricken anymore? Go ahead.
Ye will revolt more and more.
Yup.
The whole head is sick, and the whole mind faint.
Yup.
From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
Yeah.
But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores.
Yes, it's only wounds and bruises and putrefying sores that's found on our arm. We have collateral damage that has been hard us for the fucking time. We got bruises and wounds since the beginning of time, man. We are fucking sick and ill.
They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Yep.
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire.
That's why the Babylonians came and took our ass over, man. See? Nebuchadnezzar came and took our ass over. We was getting fucked up in that time, man. The niggas was going up. That's why when the Babylonian captivity, the niggas was being wicked as hell, man. Go ahead.
Your land, strangers devour it in your presence.
Yup.
And it is desolate as overthrown by strangers.
Yup.
And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard.
Yup.
As a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city.
See, we got fucking besieged by the Babylonians. See? Nebuchadnezzar came in, took our ass out. So, because of our wickedness, man. And Esau did the same thing, you know, came back 70 AD, and fucked us up. The Greeks came in, took us, ravished us and shit, under Antiochus. So we been getting fucked up from the beginning of time. And niggas wonder why we so fucked up, man. Because Jake don't want to hear the words of the Lord. Because Jake is so damn rebellious as hell. Go ahead.
Except Yahweh of armies had left unto us a very small remnant.
So except the Most High left unto us a very small remnant. Go ahead.
We should have been at Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
So what the fuck happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? So if it wasn't for the remnant of the was not for the elect, was not for us brothers, the prophets, the men like Abba Biblis, men like Elder Yitzhak, men like Elder Ariel, men like King Mashal, men like Apostle R, man, and on down, man.
That's right.
Apostle Ramlah, man. Okay, but was not meant for like us. We would be at Sodom and Gomorrah and the elder bishops, man. Go ahead.
Hear the word of Yahweh, ye rulers of Sodom.
Yep.
Give ear unto the law of our power, ye people of Gomorrah.
Yep.
To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me?
Yep.
Said Yahweh, I am full of a burnt offerings of rams, and the fat of fed beasts.
Yep.
And I delight not in the blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of ye goats. When ye come to appear before me, who hath required this at your hand to shred my corpse. Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me.
So the Most High wanted more sacrifice for Jig because why Jig was going off, and that's why Yahweh Shai came. Because there was no more repentance for our people in that time. In the time of Isaiah, the Lord wasn't dealing with sacrifice.
That's right.
The Lord wasn't dealing with the Levites.
Right.
See, because there was a new priesthood coming.
Ain't that Isaiah the first chapter where he said?
Yeah. He said it.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I said it. But don't worry, I said it.
Go
Go ahead.
Your new moon,
Oh yeah, okay.
the new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with.
That's right.
It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them.
That's it.
And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide my eyes from you.
That's the time of the Babylonians we weren't dealing with this, man. We was only dealing with a remnant like Isaiah. You read about Isaiah, Jeremiah, Habakkuk, right? Ezekiel, Ezra. He was only dealing with a few men. You weren't dealing with the whole nation. Go ahead.
Yeah, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
Your hands are full of blood. Go ahead.
Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doers from before my eyes. Cease to do evil.
Yes, cease to do evil. That's what we telling Jake. We telling Jake, hey man, get the hell up out of Christianity.
That's
get
right.
the hell out of being a Muslim. Get the hell out of all these different Buddhists, Catholic. Get the hell out of all that shit. That's gonna put you. That's gonna be your destruction, bro.
That is your destruction.
And that is. You niggas don't listen, man.
Learn to do well, seek judgment.
Learn to do well, seek judgment. Go ahead.
Relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow.
Yep.
Come now and let us reason together, said Yahweh. Now your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
This is the snow I said be as scarlet. Then it's gonna be as white as snow, which means pure, man. We're gonna be soon pure, getting the sight of the Lord. And this is what I'm living in now. Go ahead.
They shall be as white as snow. Thou they be red like crimson. They shall be as wool. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword.
And that's that Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Did we not get devoured by the fucking sword?
That's right.
Because of our disobedience, because of our hard-headedness, because of our wickedness, that we were committed the sight of the Heavenly Father. The second chapter. The whole chapter speaks about why we went in captivity.
Judges chapter 2.
Come. Go ahead.
For the mouth of Yahweh hath spoken.
The mouth of the Most High through the prophets. Go ahead.
How is the faithful city become inhabited? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murders. Thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards.
See, everyone loveth gifts and follow after rewards, man. Niggas love a good gift. That's not true to say that. The gift destroyeth the heart. The gift destroyeth what, the mind. Go ahead.
They judge not the fatherless, neither doeth the cause of the widow comes unto them. Therefore said Yahweh of armies, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of my enemies. And I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dark dross.
We were the Lord's enemies at one point. At one point in time, the Most High fucking hated our asses, man. The Lord hated us, bro. We were the Most High's enemies at a certain point in time. Go ahead.
And take away all thy tin. And I will restore thy judges as at the first.
And then now this is talking about which time now we're gonna the elect. We're gonna be back restored as the judges as the first. Because when you read Genesis, that's about what? The angels, the men who create the heavens and earth. And we're gonna be put right back in their order again. Go ahead.
Hey, Slock, I got it. Go ahead. This is Jeremiah 44:19. Slock. This is Jeremiah 44 and I'm gonna read up. 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives, Slock it. 13. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence.
that happened right time to Jeremiah, telling the Babylonians. But now it's happening again in America. See, this is going to take place here in America. Because America is about to go through a time of tribulation, a time of famine, a time of pestilence. We are in a time of pestilence right now.
So that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah.
Egypt represents bondage. So we're going to return back to the place of bondage.
To the which they have a desire to return to dwell there. For none shall return, but such as shall escape. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods. I'm going to read it out for that. Give it there. And all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, in Petros, answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee.
That's it. That's Jake.
But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven.
And that's what Jake was doing. Jake was burning incense to the Queen of heaven. Right? They were giving let's go back to what? Medusa. Right?
What's that?
Esther. We'll go back to Esther.
Yep, go back to what was the Babylonian Nimrod's wife.
Yeah.
She had Tammuz. She had had sex with her son. Goes back to all that bullshit.
That's what Jake was doing.
As we have done, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done. We and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then have we plenty of victuals.
Hey, see, Jake was doing good. See, Jake was doing good, giving sacrifices unto them other gods.
Just like now.
Hey, Jake wasn't trying to serve the Lord because when you serve the Most High, the Most gonna make you go through heaven.
That's right.
So Jake wasn't trying to go through that. He was trying to live good. And it's how we know you niggas had the same characteristics. You read First Maccabees, what was Jake doing? They was doing after the heathen do.
For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well and saw no evil.
They were well and saw no evil. Niggas was good. Well, they thought they were. They were in the back, but they thought they were better off. See, Jake think they're better off.
Lobster, shrimp, crab, crawl eggs.
Yeah, come. See, Jake think they're better off serving Esau than serving their own power.
That's right.
And then other people say that they had that mindset back in the time of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and they still have it now. They had that same mindset that they think it's better to serve Esau, Edom, JC, than to serve Yahweh Shemiah.
That's right.
Because they find it better to serve the Lord. Because you got to let go what? The things of the flesh.
That's right.
For 1 Timothy 5:5. Now she that is a widow indeed, and desolate trusteth in the Most High, and continueth in supplication and prayer night and day. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
And she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that's what we women. But we also are women inside of the Lord. We were living in pleasure. It's not just living in pleasure in the town of the Greeks and the town of the Romans. And you do that, chicks that were Roman governors.
Right? You got a license. Go after the king of the Greeks.
Yeah, you had the rest of the Roman Empire. And those were all Israelites. And they were living good.
And they started sewing the foreskins back on their penises.
When you read about Esther, you read about Cornelius. When he was an Italian man, he was a Roman, he was an Italian man. So he had money. He was doing good. He had a family line, he was doing good. So it proves to show that you niggas are the same people today. We're thinking now, hey, Jake, go get a career. you know, and any other field of Esau's, whatever the fuck you do, it nigga be doing all right. He's not worried about the Lord. He's not worried about certain apartments. He don't see no problem with what he's doing right now because he's not moving like that. But it's all good right now. I'm eating. My family eating. I got a car. I got a couple cars. I got a big house. So I'm good. Why do I even serve some unknown God? Right? And that's the most faithful to me. An unknown God. And that's why Paul, when he in Acts 17, you know what he did, man. To the dude in the place with the unknown power, man. The unknown power.
But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out our drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine.
Yes, because they thought they started serving other gods. And that's how Jake. See, Jake thought that because they thought they had, when they had stopped serving their other gods, they thought, oh, they took our other gods personally because this guy didn't. But no, the Most High was stupid because you was holding on. You was being wicked. You was serving other deities that don't matter, man. Go ahead.
And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?
Yeah, without these are women speaking, man. Now these are the women. It's how we know, hey, these fucking black women are the same nigga bitches coming back. All right, they ain't that same spirit.
Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, the incense that ye burned in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them? And came it not into his mind, so that the Lord could no longer bear, because the evil of your doings.
That's the Most High couldn't bear you niggas. The Most High couldn't bear us no more. And that's why in Isaiah said we were once enemies to the Lord. And that's Romans 5 speaks about that. That we were once enemies in the sight of the Lord, but now we've been made back friends with the Most High through Yahweh Shai. And that's why Yahweh Shai had to come, because the Most High in the time of Isaiah, in the time of Nebuchadnezzar, and the Lord wasn't dealing with us like that. He was only dealing with the prophets with the remedy. Go ahead.
And because of the abominations which ye have committed, therefore is your land a desolation, and an astonishment, and a curse, without an inhabitant, as at this day, because ye have burned incense, and because ye have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed the voice of the power of Yahweh, nor walk in his law, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies. Therefore, the evil, it is happened unto you.
Yes, so the evil have happened unto us, bro. And it happened unto us, like I said again, and this time again. It's when Esau came back and fucked us up. And that's why we was going off, bro. Jake was not trying to hear. And two, in 70 AD, Antiochus, man, and the truth was gone. See, we were gone. So when we had fled from Rome to the west coast of Africa, there was no truth. Until our Biblicist came on the scene, right? 1914, came on the scene preaching, teaching. That's when the truth started coming out. But until that time, there was no truth. So we've been lost for a fucking long time, bro. We've been lost for a minute. We done fell off hella bad. So 70 AD, that's a couple thousand years ago, man. A couple thousand years, we fell from the grace of the Lord. We didn't know who, we didn't know nothing. Go ahead. Ain't no shit, man.
Moreover, as at this day, moreover, Jeremiah said unto all the people and to all the women, hear the words of the Lord Yahweh, all Judah that are in the land of Egypt. Thus saith the Lord power Yahweh of hosts, that Yahweh of Israel shall say, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we surely perform our vows that we have vowed to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. He will surely accomplish your vow, and surely perform your vow. Therefore hear the word of the Lord, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord Yahweh, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt.
Let's say the Most High took his name away. And then the Lord took his name away from us. He took his wife. And if we don't name of the Lord is not going to hear us. And he's going to be merciful unto us. He took that away. And that was later time coming, 70 AD. The Lord got strict. Go ahead.
Saying, the Lord power Yahweh liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil, and not for good.
So the Most High wanted evil to come to us, and it did. And the Most High was watching for us for evil to come. He wasn't watching for us for good things to come. We were being disobedient children.
And that caps that bullshit that the Lord is all love.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all can cut that love shit out. The Lord don't love you fucking sinners. Okay? The Lord hates you motherfuckers, man. Because that's why he said, I'm going to watch over for you motherfuckers for evil. He's going to watch over for you for evil, not for good. He wasn't bringing that good to you Israelites. Y'all think y'all got it good, you think you got it great, but you look on this earth, you ain't shit. You still serving and worshiping the so-called white man. You still under oppression. Why? Because because the Lord watched it over for you for evil and not for good.
Yeah. And that's the thing, we've been made a power and a power among all nations. You go in the movies, and I see there's a video of this dude, someone, Chinese dude say, oh, I thought all black people were bad. Because why? Because all I see is movies. We've been painted in a bad light. Just through all boys in the hood, in the society. All the different movies that Esau puts forth that we're in, it's all in a negative light. So now when we look, when you go to other countries, motherfuckers all think that niggas are robbers, murderers, killers, and rapes.
Somebody got to pick up.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit.
This is a perverseness is a breach in the spirit. It's a when you start doing perverse things, it's a breach in your spirit, which means it breaks through it, man. It will fuck your spirit up. You start doing perverse things, speaking perverse things, it'll throw you off with both sides, watching both the good and the evil. Both sides throw you off. See? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 44:27. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good, and all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine until there be an end of them. Yet a small number that escaped the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah. And all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose word shall stand mine or theirs. Words shall stand mine or theirs. And this shall be a sign.
So that's right. So the Lord says, so we gonna find out. We gonna see. What's that saying now? Say it with your chest, nigga. Hey, keep that same energy, nigga. Cause we gonna see whose word is right, mine's and yours. Hey man, that's fighting the Lord. That's straight kick to your house. Hey, that's fighting words. Lord, let them niggas know. We gonna see who's right.
And this shall be a sign unto you, saith the Lord, that I will punish you in this place, that ye may know that my words shall surely stand against you.
That's it. There's no sacrifice. The Babylon, man. That's right. Look our ass. That's right. Lucy, man. It all other gifts here today. They have in that today.
This bus serves Route 52, Nolensville, Price downtown.
We're legal here in America. You're going to say that word legal? It means to be somewhere longer than thought. We're here in America longer than what we are supposed to be. We're lingering here. We're pining away. And we're dying out here in this fucking place, man. Because of the wickedness that we've done. We're on hold. We're literally sitting here on hold. Jacob going to live their life, having children, pining away, getting worse and worse. Esau's getting worse and worse. While after the devil getting worse and worse, getting worse and worse. Until there be no more left. See, and if it wasn't for the elect, and it wasn't for Yahweh Shai and the elect, niggas would just die away here in America forever. We just live wither away like a stick. We'll just die out eventually. Because the Most High won't be dealing with us no more. But through Yahweh Shai, we have hope. That's what we're just saying. We're prisoners of hope. We have something else to look forward to. That's why we have something coming better. You know?
Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will give Pharaoh, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, into the hand of his enemies, and into the hand of them that seek his life, as I gave Zedekiah, king of Judah, into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, his enemy, and that sought his life.
And that's what happened. So we got to know. So we are in, what I said, we are
Ezekiel 17:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. And say, Thus saith the Lord thy power, a great eagle with great wings, long wings, full of feathers, which had diverse colors, came unto Lebanon.
And that first he was speaking about the Roman Empire. And you read about that, Deuteronomy 20, when it speaks about the eagle, that's talking about the Roman Empire, right? That was the first eagle that came about. Go ahead.
And Lebanon, it took the highest branch of the cedar.
And that took the highest branch of the cedar, speaking about Israel. Go ahead.
He cropped off the top of his young twigs, and carried it unto a land of traffic.
He carried it to a land of traffic because America is also a land of traffic, but corporations. A lot of corporations here in Babylon are great, and we were carried here in a land of traffic. This comes into America. Land of merchants. Exactly. Great church. Go ahead.
He set it in a city of merchants.
Yep.
He took also of the seed of the land and planted it in a fruitful field.
Yep.
He placed it by great waters,
Yep.
and set it as a willow tree. And it grew and became a spreading vine of low stature.
It became a spreading vine of low stature, and it grew. And we grew here in America. See, we grew here. And we came over low stature, so we're low level. And we get that going so we became a low stature here in America. Low level. You know? Look at Jake. Look where we at. I mean, we see niggas all the time. Nashville, you see Jake as a book. So we're being in a bad, like we're at a low level.
Whose branches turned towards him.
Whose branches, you look at that word branches, it means it goes back to seed. So it's the sons or daughters, right? Because our branches grew up. What is a branch? It's an extension of yourself, right? So our seed grew out. Throughout here in America, we became a low stature. Go ahead.
And the roots thereof were under him.
Yep.
So it became a vine and brought forth branches and shot forth springs.
It shot forth springs, which means offsprings, right? Go ahead.
There was also another great eagle,
Yep.
with great wings and many feathers.
Now this jumps back to speaking about what America. Because America is the second that comes towards the second. You see how Rome was the first, America was the second. Go ahead.
And behold, this vine did bend her roots towards him,
Yep.
and shot forth her branches towards him,
Yep.
that he might water it by the furrows of her plantation.
Yep.
It was planted in a good soil by great waters, that it might bring forth branches, and that it might bear fruit, that it might be a goodly vine.
Yep.
Say thou, thus saith the Lord the Most High, shall it prosper?
Yeah, so they prosper now, so what? So America prosper? Go ahead.
Shall he not pull up the roots thereof,
Yep.
and cut off the fruit thereof, that it withered?
That's because America's gonna wither away. America's gonna be destroyed. So America is still prosper. So this place prospers, and it's not. It's only going to come for a moment.
It shall wither in all the leaves of her spring, even without great power of many people to pluck it up by the root thereof. Yet behold, being planted, shall it prosper? Shall it not utterly wither when the east wind touch it? It shall wither in the furrows where it grew.
It's a wither in the forest where it grew. So we was established that it's a wither away. And we live in a time right now, America's withering away. It's losing its light. The tree is losing its life. It's starting to die out. So as the more we get stronger in the spirit, the more this is starting to die out. The more we teach, the more it's starting to die out. And that's it. Because Esau he can't keep ruling when we're out here condemning him, teaching against him, and it's all coming to pass. He has to kill us. And that's why we're going to come down upon some great wrath. Because he knows that he has going to show the time. That's why his great is starting to wither away. His life is going out, man.
And like you say, he ain't got no choice but to kill us. Yeah. Let us do what we do, or just lay it down.
He has no choice.
He got no choice. He's stuck. And what he say? He's caught in his own snare. His own caught in the trap.
Can't walk out.
They can't get
So America is caught in the trap. They can't get out, and their life is going out. That tree is really losing life. And you can see it because you look around America, they're not fixing their roads properly. Things are getting shut down. Places are being short. The money, I went to I'm like chicken wings for like this is like $11. You go to Kroger, try to get one bag of barbecue chicken wings, it's like $11, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, this shit expensive. Yeah, and for one bag of chicken, $11. Then you look at it. There's not that much food on the shelves no more. You go look at certain shelves and shit, food is starting to look a little bit like certain things you just can't find no more like that. This shit is going out. This fucking light bulb about to blow the fuck out, man. Light bulb going out, so it's getting dim. Yeah, that shit's getting dim, bro. You know how we get light bulbs just, that's America right now. That shit's cooking in and cooking off. But soon that bitch gonna slow up, the bitch gonna be dark. There ain't gonna be no light in it. Listen, man. You better go. Well, let me keep going.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 40. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast its fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
So when you got sons and daughters, they will go into captivity. You didn't get to enjoy your sons and daughters, they were on slave plantations. They're not the only. Our family was broken up. Go ahead.
All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So the stranger that within thee shall get up above thee very high. That's Esau, Edom. And so white men, they've got up very high. And that right back to 17. Because if we became low, who became high? The oppressor. Esau, the eagle, became high. We represent what? Esau, Edom. So if he's represented as the eagle, and we represent it as what? A low stature, a low prince, that means he's over us. So this man that got power over us, we're on a low level, he's on high, we're on low. Go ahead.
And thou shalt come down very low.
If we came down very low, we became a low stature, a low prince, and a level. We low level. Go ahead.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Yeah, he lends us for everything, man. You know, loans, you get a house, car, everything you get linked to. Go ahead.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Yeah, he's the head, he's the head, and we're the tail.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh Shemel Shah, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded.
This is a curse. So we're cursed. Because we didn't want to follow after the Most High. We didn't want to follow after the Lord. So now these curses follow us. It's a forever generation. That's why Jim always say, man, I feel like I got a generational curse on me, man. Well, that curse goes back to Deuteronomy 28 chapter. And also various other scriptures that speak about us being a cursed people. Go ahead.
Precept. This second Ezra 6 is 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as
Yeah,
nothing.
because Esau, he has nothing. You read that in Job 30 speaks about Esau being a base.
Isaiah 40 and 17. Second 56.
Yep.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing. Somebody give me Isaiah 40 and 17 right there.
This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing,
Yep.
and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
That's it, they're nothing. So all these nations, all this earth, they're nothing.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
So they became rulers over us. Esau became taskmasters, you know? Esau, they got the power over us. Here it is, we gotta go ball every, look at the dollar, look at the fucking dollar. The dollar tells you who the fucking king is. King. The dollar itself tells you who the fucking king, who you serve. We got a certain spirit pay taxes, right? So come on, we're under captivity.
And to devour us.
And to devour, Esau devoured us, he devoured us. He took everything from us, our nationality, our customs, right? Everything we know, we've been stripped from by this damn devil. You got Jake on the corner begging, asking for money. You know, Jake being dead.
And even on that, or why he's saying that, and you look here in the heathen's kingdom, hey, who's the greatest people here? It's no, but who's the greatest? Jake.
Jake.
You know, all right, they get all their entertainment from Jake. Right, you know what I'm saying? So even being in their kingdom, that's how you know you're the Lord's. Because you're actually greater than them in their own kingdom. They need you to entertain them in their own. You're the greatest singers. You created light bulbs. You created the door handle, the doorknob. You created the rolling pin. You created peanut butter.
Yeah.
You're the greatest in their own fucking kingdom. You became better than them in their own shit.
See, Esau, you know, they be astonished at us, man.
Right.
They like to watch this shit.
They want to worship
look
you,
at
praise you,
like,
playing ball.
Like look at vocab.
Yeah.
He's so into one West Elder Alabama. Like he was like praising. They were like praising.
Yeah, really they was. They didn't say nothing against it. They was bringing it all forward.
They was just like talking about it, man. Like they was just so amazed. These heathens, they're amazed at us, man. That's why people look at us. You see these motherfuckers, they look at us and they go, oh. You know, they want to watch us and shit. Want to videotape us on video recorders. Yeah. You know, they look at that's why people take pictures of us. They be happy to see, they be, you know, you see chick, they be, oh, it's a black people. Oh, it's the Hispanic people. You know?
Somebody grab a second of 60 something.
How do y'all do this? How do y'all do that? How do you do that? You know? How do you sing like that? How do you dance like that? All those different interviews. You know? Michael Jackson. How do you get the song from? You know, I just heard a beat. It's like this, you know, you got the beat. They be amazed at that shit, man. You know, interview with Michael Jackson. They did an interview on R. Kelly and shit, but they still was amazed at it. You know? LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Well, Michael, what made you so great?
Michael Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They interviewed Michael Jordan shit, you ask the same question. Well, Michael Jordan, what made you so great? Kobe Bryant, interviews on him. So it's easy, you want to know, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 13:7. Now I pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem outside that ye do no evil. Not that we should appear approved, but that we should do that which is honest.
This is honest, brother. Do this work, this is honest. This is the most honest thing you can do.
Though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but before the truth.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. All he did was before the truth. He did nothing against it. He was a sport.
They was amazed at it. They couldn't believe. They was literally making points for Elder Abba Bivens that was never made before. He was like, so this has to mean that Elder Abba Bivens was predating 1914. he had to be out there teaching before then. So he was teaching before the commandment keepers. Wow. Like, bro, you just literally making our fucking points for us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You literally, like, Elder Abba-Bivens fucking deified in their lifetime. Yeah. All right? And they was amazed. And why? Because they know he was a slave. How the hell did he know this information? He predates that shit. He predates the man on the moon.
Oh, he predates all that shit, bro. So, you know, and niggas be crazy about that nigga. That nigga, who the fuck is that nigga, bro?
Fuck that nigga, bro.
Hey, our man, Abba, he go back then, you know?
He predates all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's Elijah the prophet.
Hey, this word, the scriptures predates it all.
Yeah, man, and that shows you know? That shows you. And he went, but so that's it, the nigga sold out. He didn't have a name. Nobody knew about him till later on.
That's right.
Because he didn't have no name. Right. But now he see his name is being placed. That's right. See, now his name is being, you know, everybody know, oh man, that was, and it's funny how you come on Black History. See, now Jake, now they gonna tell you that in school system. They gonna tell you that in school. They gonna tell you about.
They gonna tell you he had a book.
No, they gonna tell you that. You know? They gonna say that about that bullshit, man. They gonna, yeah, so they're rolling apart. I sat in the back,
Somebody that they
sat
set
in
up.
the front of the bus. The hell?
Because bitch was tired.
Yeah,
Bitch was tired, man. She's working. She had been slaving so hard and so long for Esau. Her fucking corns was killing her,
yeah,
bro.
she was sit down the front.
Hey, bro, you ever had like,
you know, they gonna get shit stubborn, man.
yeah, hey, Con, you know she's stubborn as fuck. So, and you know that. Hey, Con, I had a fucking, what you call those things? Callus? Or, on my bottom of my foot, man. Hey, man, you barely can walk, bro. So you can imagine the shoes that she wore. So you can imagine them fucking corn dogs, man. She wasn't about to get up. Her shit was told out.
You know how niggas get mad. She probably wouldn't think about the fucking Jake. She probably wouldn't think about it, man. They think it's probably, you know, I ain't getting that. They don't have a business. Hey, man, he did the scriptures, bro. The Bible. And this Bible is hard to understand. So for you to get this on your own, man, the Most High will do it on a top level. You know? A different type of level. Give me a mouth to mouth.
That's what we told Miriam and Aaron about Moses.
I
would deal with my prophet. Hey, you know, there's prophets that he deal with. Man, we gotta get that now. But he said I would deal with my prophet Moses mouth to mouth.
Yeah. You know? So he told I was on the See, that was his. He was selling Jake not to go to World War I.
Yeah,
see, and the World War I, there was like only 12,000 Negroes only died. And that's unheard of, bro. It's just they should
that wasn't your fight.
That wasn't your fight. There wasn't our justice. You know?
Just like even now.
And it was they was like untouchable.
Hey, that's why Jake talked about the Vietnam War. How they talk about when they went over there. They stopped fighting them. They went over there and seen them people was nice to them. Yeah. They was good to them. They went over there, they was like, yeah, they go to the club, they said they used to be looking for Jake, Esau be out there fighting. They be looking for Jake to win AWOL. Jake go at the motherfucking clubs with the women having sex, making babies, man. Jake wasn't playing. When Jake seen that, hey man, the being constant, they was like, hey, why we fighting you? We don't have a problem with you. You're not the ones trying to invade us. You already been invaded by the people trying to invade us.
Yeah, that's how dumb Jake is. And that's why I'm telling niggas, hey, don't join the war.
Yeah, don't do that. That ain't your fight. Them ain't your people.
You was telling
that ain't your fight, man. Asshole. Why you joining in that fight for?
That's your fucking fight. Nah, Jake need to go for the money. And Jake always wanna trim his ways for the devil.
Yeah.
Like the one dumb.
You got
the one
to seek love.
Yeah, seek love. You got the one dumb niggas that sat in that damn restaurant, got spread on
shit on all kind of shit.
Man, they was dumb for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck about it. Stupid shit. What kind of wisdom is that? To get a second out of life.
This is 2 Judges, chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also come about it, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Yahweh, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, of whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands.
So we begin, so that's like, God damn, boy, so Lord, so if we're supposed to be your firstborn and your people, why the hell we going through all this hell? That's what Jeremiah asked. Is Israel a servant to your homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Because he had moved the Most High to anchor. So the prophets asked the question, and we have to say, we were like, damn, Lord, damn, we're going to come out of here. Where the hell we going to get our kingdom?
Psalms 95:6. Oh come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our power, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if he will hear his voice.
That's only if you hear his voice, we are his people, man. So through us bowing to the Most High, like, we're his people now. You know? We're giving ear unto the Lord his word.
That's why he's telling them not to fight. Because that was his kid. That's about me.
That's it. The second Ezra chapter 6, verse 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
It's that so before we make ours, why do we not possess an inheritance of the world? We like I said, we read about Abraham, right? Isaac, Jacob. We read about all the things that we're supposed to be blessed with, but we look around and we're fucking cursed. So Ezra's like, God damn, man, like, what the hell is going on? Why we so goddamn fucked up? Why are we looking at this? We get smart that we got fuck ass damn cage all over there. This cars, heroines, walking around wearing damn, doing goddamn bar mitzvahs and shit. Jumping up and down, bar mitzvahs, and wearing them damn yarmulkes on their head, talking about everything for the Lord. And here it is, we went through the Most High, but we look at this, it ain't shit. We're scum of the earth. Go ahead.
How long shall this endure?
So how long is it going to endure? Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, so how long is it going to endure? That's the question Ezra asked. How long is it going to be? If we had the same question, how we going to be in this motherfucking place? You know, when you going to destroy America? When you going to bring us out of here? When you going to save us? When you going to let us get back to our power? You know?
This is Baruch chapter 1, verse 17. For we have sinned before Yahweh and disobeyed, and have not hearkened unto the voice of Yahweh our power, to walk in the commandments that he gave us openly.
Yeah.
Since the day that Yahweh brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt unto this present day, we have been disobedient unto Yahweh B'Shem Shah.
Yeah, so we've been disobedient from the time, from Adam on to time of now. So we've been hard-headed niggas for a while. So the Most High, like, man, I can't deal with you niggas no more. I can't do it. You know, it's like, it's like a book. You know, you get back with her, you start to see what you do right, she break your heart again. You do it again. It gets to the point like, man, bitch, I can't do it with you no more. I can't put these emotions on this. I can't put my heart. It's breaking my heart. It's the Most High every time.
And we have been neglected and vigilant in not hearing his voice.
Yep.
Wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse which Yahweh appointed by Moses his servant at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of Yahweh B'Shem Shah, according unto all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us.
That's just so. We're the prophets of the Most High coming back, Lord's willing. And we are one of those men. We'll be the 100 prophets that were in the cave. You know what I'm saying? Or one of the men hell far right, Galatians, Corinthians. You know, we'll be one of those men. But they ain't hear us, man. They ain't want to hear what the hell we had to say. We're one of the men that woke Yahweh Shai. You know. Go ahead.
But every man,
Hey, the brother that got Yahweh Shai's body. You know.
Be the short brother that climbed up the tree to see Yahweh. You know, hey, he was a rich man.
Or be Zechariah, man.
Yeah, his name was Zacchaeus.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, Zechariah.
Yeah, well, it was Zechariah, but then there was Zacchaeus who wanted to climb.
Oh,
up the tree.
yeah, come.
So I'm saying, get down here.
Yeah, if you
now this day your house is safe.
Yeah, come. You be John the Baptist father, just burning incense.
Burning incense.
You know. But you like the victim most like goes to fucking mouth. But hey, he's a man of the Lord. You be Joseph.
Yeah.
but every man follow the imagination of his own wicked mind, to serve strange gods, and to do evil in the sight of Yahweh our power.
That's just so, even though this is the punk south, niggas still do what they want to do.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people of Israel reign king? The kings on the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision.
That's just a most such of in derision. And they desire to destroy us, man. Esau, at least they desire to keep us down. Once we raise back up, we're going to have the power, and they're going to be servants unto us. You know?
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sword displeasure. Yea, have I set my king upon holy hill of Zion. I will declare a decree, the Lord has said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance.
That's it. So we're going to wait for the Most High to give us the heathen for our inheritance.
And the uttermost part of the earth for thy possessions. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Let's speak. So we're gonna run these nations. We're gonna have power over the nations. Once Yahweh Shai come back, that's what we're waiting for. So we're waiting for us to be exalted back once again. So Zion, you know, we've been on a low level for too long. It's been too long. We've been here in this fucking place. We've been here. There's steam. There's nothing. Fucking shit. Yeah, we've been here. You know, it's been too long, man. It's been going on too. We've been here for too long. It's time for us to go the fuck back home. We belong, man. Back in the arms of the Most High, in His Son. We don't belong here, man. You know, we don't need to be here no more. All right, this has been terrible. It's been a bad experience for all of us, right? We've learned our lesson. We know that we have learned our lesson. You know, everybody considers it a fucking bad experience.
Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, and the traffic of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrites but for a moment.
That's it. So the traffic of the wicked is short. It's only but for a moment. So this place is only but for a minute. It feels like a long ass time being here, man. You know, it feels like a minute. In 2022, we're still waiting. You know, we're waiting for this war to pop off, man. We're waiting for Russia to break and go to war Russia.
Man, we wait for at least Russia to stop being a bitch and gonna run up in the Ukraine.
Yeah. Start this
Don't do that
fucking war,
shit.
man. And this damn pestilence come, you know, more pestilence come. Hopefully this famine will drop off. Hopefully these goddamn semi trucks don't this damn freight stop with it.
They still ain't moving the county.
We hoping and praying, man. We want to get the fuck up out of here. Like, goddamn. Cause shit, this place, like I said, it's been a bad experience for everybody. And we all experienced some terrible heartbreaks here. We done been through some shit here in America. Shit make you want to cry. You're like, goddamn. You want to drop your knees, you're like, goddamn. You know? Go ahead.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
And that's it. Right. And this is what keeps us going, because the fact that we hear these scriptures. And the fact that the Lord keeps saying that, hey, look, it's but for it seems like Habakkuk, the first that Habakkuk 2 says, man. You know? Though it tarry, wait for it it shall come. It shall not tarry.
All right.
You know? So as it feels like it's tarrying, and it's taking a very long time.
Hey man, hey, Jake don't even hear us, but he sees it.
Yeah,
Because they know who the Israelites are. They know about Yasha. Hey, like I said, they be scared to come out here. Hey, but they want to support you, they own way. You know, because they know that we get free, they free. And they still gonna do their nigga shit. But hey, as long as y'all get free, brother, y'all gonna free us. So they'll take it death at the pay. You know, they ain't fucking, bro. You know, we can't come out of what you brothers did. So hey, if my mom team from, we ain't trying to fuck with you, bro. You know, it's Jake, man. Hey man, it's alright.
Jake, alright, B, you know.
Hey, we gonna save, we gonna heal the brothers. You know? Hey, y'all shout gonna be healed. You know, they need healing. You know?
And that's how Jake think, man. You know? And you know, cause Jake is alright being here, you know?
Yeah.
Cause he not, you know, well, you know, if we get him out of here, do y'all, we alright. You know? Y'all, hey, I get to keep him too. Later on. No shit.
Yeah, Yeah.
All right, cool.
They're not feeling strong enough.
They go back to this thing.
All right, because they're not sure what to do with
Yeah,
it.
they're not back. I'll sit on the other side, go back smoke this blunt, walk in this because I'm sure.
Y'all be behind the scenes.
It's behind the scene. Then once the kid come, oh boy. You saved me, didn't you? Nigga, you lucky, man. That's how people know. You know?
They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
And that's, he showed me just what his vision was that. Let me go back and get that shit real simple. I really want to iron it earlier. Because that scripture holds very true to what we're living in right now. Because, hey, man, this life that we live ain't nothing to be glorious. There's nothing to be glorious about, man.
Second 7:42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end. Second Ezra 7:42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end.
So this present life is not the end. So this life that we live right now, this ain't the end for us. This is not the end all be all. And this is why we out here so doing the work that we know. Man, this shit ain't it. Okay?
Where much glory doeth abound.
So this is not what this don't have much glory for us. For us, most of this ain't got this don't have that much glory. America's not that glorified for us. This place wasn't made for us. Okay?
Therefore have they prayed for the weak.
Yep.
But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Yes, so the day of doom shall be the end of this time. World War III. Right? The last trumpet. The last trumpet. That's the end of this place, man. Right?
And the beginning of
the sixth trumpet is the end of Babylon the Great. And the seventh one will be in the kingdom. Right?
And the beginning of the immortality for to come.
And the beginning of the immortality for to come. So once that sixth trumpet sound, the angel sound that sixth trumpet, that's the beginning of our immortality. We're going to the sixth trumpet. And we're going to be glorified, man.
Wherein corruption is past.
Wherein corruption is past.
Into present. And temperance is at its end.
Yep.
And at its end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
They said righteousness is grown, truth is sprung up. So we live in a time of truth. And the truth is sprung up. And it's bringing it up right now, man. And the truth is being sprung up. It's right now, like I said, I believe it's right now. You know? To Elder Aquan, Elder Ariel, King Marshall, and the Elder and the Prophet, the gift is all down to us.
Right.
So the truth is sprung up.
Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory.
So we're not going to be oppressed because we got the victory for our good and our shine. He conquered all things for us. He did something we couldn't do. He sacrificed himself for us. You know? So now we can be justified before the Most High Lord. All right, cool. They're justified now. We're justified. They're all right. They're valid. Check mark. All right? We're not no more denied because first the Most High was denying the shit out of our ass. We won't fuck with you. Like, man, little man, like, man, fuck y'all, man. Yeah, but now Yahweh Shai, he did what he did, and he gave us validation. He gave us that blue check on the Son of the Lord. You know?
I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else, when it was given him to have restrained him from sinning.
So Ezra said, man, it would have been better not to have given the world to Adam, all right, and so have restrained, or at least would have restrained him from sinning, boy, eh?
But what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness?
So now, so Ezra said, like, man, so what is the profit of man to live in this time of heaviness? Because you live your life, you feel like this, man, it's like, you know, you feel weary some days, you're like, fuck, shit, you gotta go through life, you know, it'll fuck you up, man. Go ahead.
And after death to look for punishment.
And after death to look for punishment. Go ahead.
O thou Adam, what hast thou done?
So Ed was like, oh, Adam, oh, what hast thou done? And he was like, damn. Ed was pissed. So, oh, Adam, what hast thou done?
For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee.
That's just something.
I'm sorry. It's like, and that show you too that the woman don't mean shit to the grand scheme of things of the Lord, to the power structure. You're not the power. It's just the man, because it's Adam, still the sin to Adam. And even though it was her, she committed the sin, but it was because Adam let the sin roll. He rolled with it, the sin became. He could have shut her ass down. He could have slapped her ass up, put her in her place. But he didn't put her in her place, so that's when that sin flourished. So the sin was his sin, because he's the man, he's the head, she's the tail. She serves and worships him, but he worshipped her.
And then his seed was cursed. When we saw the first came from Cain and Abel, and then later on they had Seth, you know. But it all started with Cain and Abel. Cain was looking at something, and that was the beginning of sin. It was through that seed, through Adam's mistake, and now we're in 2022, all fucked up. Right.
For what profit is it unto us, if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death?
Yep.
And what there is promised us in everlasting hope, whereas ourselves being most wicked are made vain?
Yep.
And that there are laid up for us dwellings of heat of. And that there are laid up for us dwelling of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly.
Yep.
And that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have laid a weary life.
This is so what the Most High people put that word a weary life. That's what we say that Daniel 7:25. And then we have to say to the Most High, and we have lived a weary life, man. And then at the only this time we go back, our spirits go back. We haven't had any much rest spiritually, because why? We're all reincarnated spirits. So we didn't live multiple lifetimes. In a lot of our lifetimes, we probably caught a lot of fucking hell. We went through a lot of shit that we can't even remember right now, because we didn't live some of the goddamn lives.
Whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all.
Yeah, we have walked in the most wicked ways of all.
And that there should be a shoe, a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it.
Yep.
But we have walked in unpleasant places.
Yeah, we have walked in unpleasant places, captivity after captivity. No more unpleasant places to walk through. You know, America's the first time you even live here, that's just unpleasant. That's the unpleasant state that we're in. To walk up and down the streets of Babylon the Great, to go to work,
We Hebrew Israelites.
you know, to do everything that it is that we do. It's an unpleasant thing, you know.
All right, so yeah, with Yashala. With Yashala. Israel. You are too though.
Yeah, we have all Israelites.
We all are. Yes, you are. That's your nationality. That's who we really are. We're not African. We're not the slaves. We're the Israelites.
It all comes out of the Bible.
It's in the Bible. Hey, we gonna save you in the end, sister.
I didn't see it, you know. But you see what's going on? The truth is spelled up. You know, this thing is really, and this is why you say go out to the houses in the Bible. You never know these might catch one day, you know. And that's why the Most High. So if you're hiding in the background, you're teaching
Right, you at a park?
Yeah.
Who the fuck see you at the park?
Who the fuck see you, man?
Little kids?
Yeah.
Little brothers, little anybody, women and children.
You out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Out in the middle of fucking nowhere. God, abandoned building somewhere.
Right. Ain't nobody walking around.
Good.
Like the brother has said, you know, the truth is springing up and people are starting to see. That's right. But for truth to spring up, it must be planted and it has to grow. This is Song of Solomon, chapter 7, and verse 11. Come, my beloved, let us go forth into the field. Let us lodge in the villages. Let us get up early to the vineyards. Let us see if the vine flourish. Rather the tender grape appear and the pomegranates bud forth. There will I give thee my loves. That's the thing, it's like it said, let us get up early to the vineyards. And the Heavenly Father says, I send my prophets rising early. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. And we're looking for that fruit to flourish. We're looking for them buds to grow. And that's the brotherhood, that's the elect. Right? And we're looking for our labors to grow in his hands, man. And that also, like I said, it all goes back to our business.
You see it from our business.
Look what he did.
Look at him.
He started out by himself.
Hey, even Jake that's not on the highways and byways.
Yeah.
Even the Jake that's on
on the
YouTube
or the drive past to say,
drive
hey,
past, right.
Facebook.
Facebook.
All right, I said, all right.
That's all the work.
You know,
Albert,
you know what I'm saying? You know, one man started working in the vineyard. Lord hired him to start working by himself. The other man came in. You know what I'm saying? Start building him, start hard working. He started out on the work. And now we didn't work so much. But damn, we started seeing motherfuckers split up.
Hey, we baby, it's gonna die. We want
We ain't no
test
that.
tube,
You killed one. We was looking for us, bro. Oh shit. What did Herod say about Mark chapter 6? But Johnny Howard.
He didn't know who was who.
Yeah, he didn't know. He had killed John. He said, damn, who the hell
He
is
was
this?
there.
I thought that nigga was there.
I thought I stuck the truth out.
Well, he did another one down. So who else that same thing?
This is Mark chapter 6, verse 1. And he went out from thence and came into his own country, and his disciples followed him. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many hearing him were astonished, saying, from whence had this man these things?
Yes, the sisters I was shocked. I was shocked. She said, man, damn, where this man is so learned. Where the hell did he learn this shit? Where do you learn this from? Hey, look at all vocab. Look at they like, oh man, where did they learn this from?
Hey, Albert Bivens came back and was stand again. Right? Hey, he came back with the truth.
Yeah,
The spirit was on him, man.
Yeah.
You know, hey, when Albert Bivens was in the womb of damn, what's her name? Earl's mother. Yeah, I can't hear her name right now. But when he was in the womb, John was in the womb. When he was in, what did he do when he heard Yahushua was Mary was pregnant with Yahushua? He was kicking. He was like, oh shit, we about to fuck these niggas up. You know what I'm saying?
They knew each other.
Yeah, they knew. Yeah, bro, he was kicking in the womb. He said, oh, it's popping.
And that's
you know,
man. You do
yeah.
it. And that show you that that man has a special relationship with Yahushua.
Yeah.
And that's heavy to have to be that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sort of connection with Yahushua himself.
Yeah, he was happy. Oh, my cousin.
They were connected, man.
Right.
Like, they go way back. They go back to their old. You're like we're all old friends. You know what I'm saying? We're all old friends that we already knew from before. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, we're all old friends.
What wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph and of Judas?
Yes, so they were like, yeah, man, ain't this, don't we know this guy? Don't we see him working with his father? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Simon, and are not his sisters here with us?
Yeah, his sisters here with us. Do we not see them? Are they not married? We not have children, right?
And they were offended at him.
Yeah.
But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not with honor. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house.
That's just so. People don't look at you as a man of the Lord. Even with us, your wife don't look at you as men of the Lord.
Nah.
You got children, they're not the spirit, they're not looking at you as men of the Lord. Your aunties, we just you. We just who you are in the world. Well, bro, we knew you when you would be the nigga. We knew you, I knew you when you was a little guy. What you talking about, me? Or you go talk that Bible stuff again, right? You know? So, in the side of our family, we look at it as nothing. You know? Go ahead.
And he could there do no mighty work, save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk and healed them.
Yep.
And he marveled because of their unbelief.
Yeah, so y'all was like, God damn. You know, you niggas don't believe like, damn. people on that they don't believe.
And he went round about the villages teaching. And he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by 2 and 2, and gave them power over unclean spirits, and commanded them that they should take nothing for their journey, save a staff only, no scrip, nor no bread, no money in their purse, but be shod in sandals and not put on 2 coats.
That's just because y'all was shot and told, hey, look, you gonna come through this work, and you gonna come through it. Don't worry about food, don't worry about money, don't worry about the folks. That was, it was showing them what faith. And that's what's gonna be for us, chicken soup. We're gonna be good. We might not be able to put on another coat. When I have, you know, we might get the fuck on and go.
Hey, cause like
bread.
it's like we talked about before. The Lord got shit set up for people. Like we said when we was out in Utah. We got trapped in Utah, man. Hey, man, out of the middle of the fucking rundown, broke down ass town, broke down ass gas station. Hey, the Lord had a Jake there to help us. You know, it's like, wait, you the one nigga in this whole time? He was the one nigga in the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't say it like that, but damn, you the one Israelite. You the one Jake. You the one brother, brown-skinned brother in that whole time. In the middle of fucking nowhere.
No internet. No internet reception at all.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the Lord. He set you because he put people in place for you at the right time. So that's why you don't have to worry, man. You know, that's right. That's what pushes faith, man. You know?
Now, how many individuals can do that? And that's why everybody comes into the second. And everybody like, what you talking about? Look,
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna eat.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, in what place soever ye enter into an house, there abide till ye depart.
Hey, so like, what about same thing about Zacchaeus? Same thing. The Lord, when the Lord came, what happened? He didn't need. He told him. He said, "Hey, look, come on, we gonna dwell in your house." The Lord didn't have a house. You know, the Son of Man here didn't have a home. You know what I'm saying? When he came to Zacchaeus, he told Zacchaeus, "Come down, because he's gonna dwell in his house," and he brought salvation to his life. But hey, because the Lord, he set it up. It's set up for you. In the same way it was set up for the house, the same way it's been set up for us. He got it for you. You okay? The Lord got you straight. You know, it's just about your faith. You gotta have that to know that the Lord will protect you in the time of stress.
Because Elijah did the same thing.
All the time, man.
The same thing. He had to go to a woman, we had to go to a widow's house to eat.
Yeah.
He told him, he said, you don't eat. And you don't have food. They have food enough for suffice them, man.
There abide till ye depart from that place. And whosoever shall not receive you nor hear you, when ye depart thence, shake off the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city.
That's just so nobody want to hear you. Hey, man, the hell with it. Give us that. So move the hell on and let the Most High destroy that damn place, right? Go ahead.
And they went out and preached that men should repent. And they cast out many devils and anointed with oil many that were sick and healed them.
So now this is another thing too. See, the men always been preaching the word. Always was sent out to teach the word. So dudes, like I said again, don't want to teach the word and saying, well, we ain't got to do it like that. Well, man, fuck it, bro. Because you obviously understand the scriptures because the Most High ain't dealing with you. You'll always see this man like go teach in the corners, on the streets, you know what I'm saying, on the highways and the edges. Go ahead.
Elder Aldo Bivens had to go out and teach in the early 1900s where the so-called white man was killing us by the droves.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
So he had to go push and do a lifting, but you don't.
Yeah. There's no excuse, bro. There's no excuse for nobody. The fact that we know you got different information about this, there's no excuse, man. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for like the doctor said, man. Ain't no, he did it. Why can't we? Why can't we stand up like that, man? If he died for it, why can't we be martyrs? You know? If he can't put his life in danger for the Lord, why can't we do it? Who the fuck are we? So if you can,
And King Herod heard of him, for his name was spread abroad. And he said that John the Baptist was risen from the dead.
So now Herod was like, damn, John the Baptist raised from the dead. What the fuck? But if you have to start up on your house shop,
and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. Others said that it is Elias, and others said that it is a prophet. or as one of the prophets.
That's one of the prophets. Because then now Herod is name. This was Herod's brother. All right. After the first Herod, which was trying to kill him, and when Yahweh was first born, he died, but the throne went to his brother. All right, and he and his brother killed John. All right, and then when he heard about where Yahweh was shining, like, damn, John rose again. We was just speaking about it again. You killed one, where come another? You thought you killed the truth? No, you didn't. Niggas coming right back to your face.
Come back strong.
You know exactly. Go ahead.
But when Herod heard thereof, he said, "It is John whom I beheaded."
Yeah, so he thought that he came back to life. He was like, oh,
Because he knew the power.
He's like, what the fuck?
But then that goes show you that he know the power of
Yeah,
Yahweh.
he's like, what the hell?
Right?
Oh
Hey,
shit.
yeah.
And this I had a dream the other night. Hey, motherfucker kept trying to kill me, but I kept coming back. Motherfucker kept killing my ass, man. Fucking, I don't know, niggas stabbed my ass. Took my head, burnt the seat. I kept coming back. I was dead, but not dead. I was alive, but still alive. Like, you know, Jesus, but to show you that you can't kill us, man. That we live, because he's gonna try to do. And he saw, and he did not poison John on all the Patmos. You know, he tried to poison John, and it didn't work. It didn't work. He came back to life. So, and he saw him trying to kill us. And he saw my little blood in your head. He might come back to life like he was.
And who was that? Peter stuck his hand in there with the snakes. Yeah, Peter. And the snake bit him. What was that? Paul stuck his hand in with the snake. The snake bit him. But it did no hurt. Hey, right quick, let me pull this up. This is Zephaniah 3:19. And behold, at that time, I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that haunted, and gather her that was driven out. And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Hey, and that starts right now. And that fame and praise is being put forth to Elder Alphabet. Does it happen by the way of Esau?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They pulled that shit out, man. They pulled out information that we didn't know. Now they giving him fame. You know, the Lord's starting to pull this scripture starting to come to light just through that. That's prophecy right there. Starting truth for right in your face.
And then you never know what happens. Somebody might get a hold of a book, might publish it out.
Hey,
And that book will blow up, man.
Yeah, because we don't talk about Elder Abba Bibbins that much.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, we refer to it real quickly.
Yeah.
But we don't, you know what I'm saying?
We
But this
don't
is
really-
the most,
it's not really in depth.
it's not really, we don't really know much about it. But now we got a little insight. So now we want to talk about the man who helped us all come forth.
Yeah.
He's the starter of this movement.
And that's where, double honors.
Double honors, man. You know, double honors to our elders. All right? And down to our apostles. You know, so hey, man, that fame, this is the start of that fame coming. Because now we're talking about it.
Some of my videos, I'm just that's how this thing works. You know, you gotta give respect to the men that paved the way for us to get respect. And what John did for Yahweh Shah, he did it for us. He made the way straight. He paved the way.
Hey, Esau do it for their people. And they make monuments, statues. You know, they put their people up in museums. You know, they talk about the great founding forefathers of America. Hey, they paved the way for the men that paved their way for their wickedness. So why can't we do it for the men of our riches? Now, we're not going to idolize them, but we just giving them honor. We're going to honor his name. And he deserves it, man. Because we here. The fact that we here, he deserved that honor. You know?
Matthew 16:16. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And these signs shall follow them that believe in my name. Shall they cast out devils? They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
That's it. And that's what happened to us, man. And that happened to John. And John got poisoned.
That's right.
They tried to kill. They tried to kill him. And what happened to John? John didn't die, man. And see what happened to us next time. He said, "Trying to kill you, trying to kill you." You know, hey, with the food we eat, hey, with
everything,
hey, with, you know, all the
air we breathe.
to be honest with you, we should have been fucking dead when Esau started shooting all them goddamn shots.
That's right.
And that was venom. We didn't die. We still living.
See, cause hey, look at the people now today. They get that big, they get that thing, that wind wham.
Yeah,
they get that wind wham. A lot of them get put to death. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but I forgot, man. Oh, no. You guys, we could have came out now Central. Sorry? Like a minute. You know? We could have came out some other crazy Esau put his poison on us, man. Right.
The Lord saved some of us. Right. The men of the Lord, the elect, we've been saved from that. That's that scripture, man. You know, he kept like you said, function. That's right.
You might have a little struggles here and there,
but we can bring it out.
But you would bring it out, man. Just work. You're an able body.
That's right.
So that's all that matters. We're able bodies.
Right.
We can be used for the Most High's purpose.
That's right.
You know, good if we fucking the living ass bro.
Slap in the head.
We could have been that. Come on, Esau in his science.
But 16 and 18, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
They say it shall not hurt them. Go ahead.
They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover.
So they say lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. And this is right now, we lay hands on the sick spiritually, they shall recover. And we don't recover. We don't be back healed spiritually because through the word. And through them in that toilet. And we've been inspired. We heard it. You know, and even hearing about Elder Alabama, man, that should inspire me even more. Yeah. I'm already an inspired individual, already as it is. So now this shit made me a fucking super fanatic. Hey, brothers to be super fanatics, man. Yeah. It should make you a damn super fanatic for the truth. You know? To be a damn super fanatic, man. To be a crazy for this truth. You know? All the time, you know? Doing 7 videos with people almost impossible, man. You know, you gotta be like that.
Hey, but his strength, like I'll keep going back to the strength that man had. Yeah. To do what he did at a time that it was never heard.
Yeah,
it was that was the time he was being fucked over the ball. Yeah. Hey, bro. Man. Hey, man.
Hey, that's man. Because you're knowing that you're something to hate for anything.
Hey, these dudes can't even do it now. And this is the easy time to sit out here and tell the so-called white man who he is. Or tell the East Indians that you Elon in the Bible. You know, to tell the heathen that you're a heathen.
My boss, my sister,
right. Exactly. It's easier to do this shit now. Hey, centurions come up, they just go about their business. For the most part. You know what I'm saying?
You be there telling them,
bro, shit, you done, man. Done, man. So that was hella strength, man. That was a strong ass man.
And the Lord was with him. Most High was with him. You know? The Most High built us like that in a time of trouble. We want the Most High to be with us like that, man. To protect us and shit, keep us safe. You know? So we can do the work and then tell the Most High won't take us out. But we're only here to do the work. So the moment you die, whenever the Most High said, well, shit, your time was done. I need you what you needed before you're done. Now you can rest. Revelation 10 and 10. You know? Because y'all was trying to tell John Rivera, he said, hey, what? You're going to prophesy again against kings, and princes. Once you get over, let me get that
Revelations 10 and 10.
Yeah.
And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth, sweet as honey.
Yes, this was worded in first eating sweet as honey.
And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Yeah, it didn't become bitter. God, you start learning when you learn about that. Like, God gave you something to hurt. But then you like, yeah, we did the most sound like what? Oh, this kind of fucked up. Look at that situation. Man, this shit ain't so hot. This a fucking situation.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy against before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
That's in it too. Y'all start prophesying again.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy against, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy against before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
So you gotta do it again. You gotta go and preach again. So and that's what we're saying. We got 14:45. The spirit of the prophets
are subject unto the prophets. You can't make yourself a prophet, bro. You can't make yourself a man of the Lord. You gotta be that from the jump. You gotta be that guy, man. You gotta be that individual. And look at somebody about other men, out of all people on the earth, him. You know, that's heavy. Out of everybody, me, oh shit. I can't, that's crazy, bro. That's heavy as hell. You're the only one. You're the only one light in the world. Go ahead. This is Sirach chapter 44, verse 1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begat us.
Yep, that's right.
Yahweh hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning.
That's right.
From the beginning. And we go back to one of those great honorable men. You know? We're going to be spoken about in our time. When it's time for us to be spoken about. Right now we're speaking about the men that did it before us. You know? Go ahead. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power. Yeah, men renowned for their power. Giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Declaring prophecies. Go ahead. Leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people. Wise and eloquent in their instructions. Such as found out musical tunes and recited verses and writing. Rich men furnished with
recited what?
Recited verses and writing.
Verses and writings. Meaning understanding the scriptures. David personally, he understood this word.
Rich men furnished with ability, living peacefully in their habitations. All these were honored in their generations and were the glory of their time.
They were the glory of their time.
Go ahead. There be of them that have left a name behind them.
So now there be of them that left a name behind them. Like they said, there's some men that don't have their name written right now. This men right now, that are not found in the Apocrypha or in the King James. It's always all the same, but in the main books that we got right now. Genesis on the Revelation. There's some men that don't have their name written.
Go ahead. That their praises might be reported.
Yep.
And
that their praises might be reported. Go ahead.
And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished, as though they had never been.
So there's like the 100 prophets of Obadiah. That he had in the cave. They're not known about. Nobody knows. You know who the hell are those guys? You don't know. Go ahead.
And are become as though they had never been born, and their children after them. But these were merciful men, whose righteousness hath not been forgotten.
So all righteousness have not been forgotten. So the brothers that don't have a name are certain opponents. Hey, you got a book, you wrote one, but it's just not right. Hey, it's, and the Most High remembers it. You know, the Lord remembers your works.
It's not meant for now.
Yeah, it's not meant for right now. Go ahead.
With their seed shall continually remain a good inheritance, and their children are within the covenant. Their seed standeth fast, and their children for their sakes. Their seed shall remain forever, and their glory shall not be blotted out. Their bodies are buried in peace, but their name liveth forevermore.
That says their bodies are buried in peace, but their names live on forevermore. Yes, sir.
The people would tell of the wisdom in the congregation to show forth their praise. Egmont pleased Yahweh and was translated, being an example.
But you know that whole chapter gets into the honor and merciful men at that time. You know, I don't know who that name was. I don't know.
So you know that.
Well, so with that, you know, like I said, we just edifying to walk with us.
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahusha, Bashim, Kakadash.
Shalom.
Shalom. Boom. Bunch of hair.
That's Moses. That was